Hey.
So,
Yo.
first question is conflict in marriage and how we deal with conflict in marriage. So, how do you deal with conflict in marriage? What's your take on that?
When we have conflicts in our marriage, we talk about it. Like, we don't just skim and then last minute, like when we're lying down, it's like, we need to talk.
Those famous words.
It used to be like that, I won't lie. But nah, it's a case of, because you know the Bible says, don't let the sun go down in your anger. So with me, like before, I used to just be a bit cool. But as in cool, I mean cold. Like one would answer, yeah, and just assume that he would read my mind.
And that's the key, because I think, generalizing here, women tend to think that we men automatically read your minds by your lack of communication. One word answers. Well, this is the best one. Guys out there, you can relate to this. Are you okay? I'm fine.
When we say I'm fine, we are never fine.
And for guys, the mistake to make is say, okay. Because we're straight, we in terms of our words, right, we tend to take things literally. So a guy might be like, okay, she said she's fine. If she wasn't fine, she'd say she wasn't fine.
Yeah.
So that's where we get the miscommunication.
But with women, we are not straightforward. We will go around the bend, we'll go up the hill, go around the roundabout, second turning on the left.
And then send an email.
And expect you to catch like that little hedgehog at the back. Yeah. So when we have conflicts, we talk about it. And it can be quite uncomfortable. Like, you know what, I find that it gets easier with time, because it's like, because I know Yemi well enough now where I know if I've said something, I've done something where he's not happy with it, or he's just, he's not happy with it. Because, you know, as you go through your daily life with somebody, they will share things with you and you store it. And if you don't store it, they remind you. So there's that accountability from me, or from both of us, to each other, where if we've shared something that we're not happy with, then it's for the person who has been told to remember that. Because, and I think what's really important is that we know that even when we offend the other, because it does happen, no one's perfect. We know that we're never coming from a place where it's like malicious or it's menacing. It's just
that's key.
Yeah,
that's key. It's that mentality of, even though I may say or do something to upset her, I'm not purposefully looking to hurt you. What's key for me to talk about communication, but there's also, as well as speaking, there's got to be that mentality of being willing to listen, which is what you touched on in terms of, storing stuff. So if I'm coming into a situation with you that I know you're not pleased with, I have to swallow my pride. And first of all, deal with the fact that, you know what, I may be wrong. For the people out there who don't like being wrong, and I used to have an issue with being wrong with certain things. I always wanted to be right, so I always thought I was right. You have to swallow that pride.
Yeah, don't get married.
You have to swallow all pride, for starters. But yeah, don't get married. You can argue with yourself and you can always win.
Yeah.
But be humble and at least listen to what your spouse is saying, to be attentive, to be tentative to what's being said, because they may, and this is true for us, if fear has revealed things that I've done that I wasn't even aware of, and you kind of think that nobody knows you better than yourself, but then people can see you from a different perspective, or the way your tone comes across, or your facial expression comes across. You won't know these things unless it's pointed out to you by someone who's close to you. So there's got to be that initial willingness to hear what's been said. And when I say hear, I have this thing about people, some people kind of talk or listen until, and what that means is that they're quiet until the person has finished speaking, then they can carry on what they need to say.
I used to do that.
That's not listening.
No,
That's not listening. That will sort of govern how you respond afterwards, as opposed to just kind of like being, and I'm just gonna wait to have to say, I'm gonna say my point, you say your points, and I'll get heads and nothing happens. So yeah, I agree. How we deal with conflict is communication is key. Taking on board what's being said and then trying to rectify, come up with a solution. The worst thing is to not resolve or fully resolve the issue and then just leave it at that, because then that will just build up and fester, and that's the kind of thing you don't need. And taken from as being parents, children feed off of that.
True.
They pick up, I mean, it's amazing how sensitive they are. They pick up when you and I are not happy or we're not feeling well. They know instantly, because I don't know how they know, but they do know. So magnify that with whatever you and your spouse are going through or not going through, or heated or whatever. It's not just about you. So yeah, how we do conflict, we talk about it, try and resolve it, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I also would say two things. I would also say that even if Yemi says something that I've offended him on and I don't see how it can be offensive, still say sorry. Just say sorry. Not just for, exactly, not just like, oh, sorry. Please do not say, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh, that's a classic.
That ain't an apology.
That's a classic one.
That is not an apology. That is okay, you said what you felt, but I'm putting it back on you because you feel that way. It's nothing to do with me.
I was say, I'm sorry, you're sorry.
Yeah, exactly. What I find really, really helps us in our marriage is that we will just say, do you know what, I'm sorry. And even if you don't agree with how that person can be offended, just acknowledge that you've offended that person. That means more than anything else, because you don't have to agree. That's the thing. You don't even have to agree. You just have to accept and respect that the person is from a different standpoint, a different perspective to you, and you swallow it. Like Yemi was saying, swallow your pride and move on. Yeah. And second thing I was going to say was, because that's all I can remember. Second thing is how you communicate. So never raise your voice. We never ever raise our voice with each other. Yeah. Like, we never actually shouted at each other.
No,
ever.
No. Unless if I'm upstairs and she's downstairs.
Yeah, or in the park.
Yeah.
Or we're watching Arsenal.
Yes.
Yes. That's a shout.
A lot of shouting.
Yeah.
In that.
But we never shout. There's just no fruit in shouting. So it's like sitting down, having a civilized conversation as two adults, no raising voices needed, and yeah, just speaking civilly.
I always say this, like, you know, regardless of what happens, even with our kids, we're united front. You know, it's me and Fia versus the world kind of thing, and I think that's how it kind of has to be. You know, so that mentality from both of us helps with whatever conflicts, because when we have that as a foundation, you know, it's just me and you, blah blah blah. Then whatever conflicts we have, we know that we should and can and will resolve it at the end of the day, and that helps.
I so agree.